All right, Mr. M. Night Shyamalan, I'm rooting for you, but your films are sometimes hit or miss. So how did this one turn out? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for Old. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. So when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan, me saying that I'm a diehard fan of his work would be a stretch. However, there are some films of his that I did love, and there's also some films of his that I did not like at all. When it comes to his latest feature right here, Old, this one is one that got me excited. I said to myself, wow, what in the world is going on with this property? Why are these people on a beach right now aging rapidly? What the hell is going on? I'm really interested in seeing this movie. But that's the thing though, when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan, all of his movies look good in the trailers, but they're sometimes very disappointing with the ending, with the payoff not reaching levels that you wanted them to. Now, of course, this is what the gentleman looks like right here. He does have a role in the film, and he does quite well for that brief moment. I will go ahead and say that. But if you look at his filmography right here, it's full of titles that people have heard of between the last 10 and 20 years. I did like Glass. Split was pretty decent too. And also The Visit. After Earth, I did not see, but heard horrible things about it. The Last Airbender was trash. I ended up liking The Happening. Lady in the Water was a turd fest. Sign was pretty good, and also Unbreakable and The Sixth Sense were pretty decent as well. There's some other titles that I haven't seen, but for the most part, I mean, his films are entertaining to say the least. And like I said, this latest feature, Old, is one that I was really looking forward to. But before I go any further about all my likes and dislikes, let me tell you exactly what this one is all about. This summer, visionary filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan unveils a chilling, mysterious new thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discovers that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. Now, just hearing that synopsis right there, you're probably saying to yourself, wow, that sounds crazy. Who in the world is behind the curtain pulling all these strings? How in the world is this island doing this, aging these characters so fast? What the hell is going on? I have to find out. I am proud to say that when it comes to Old, I am very satisfied with how he made this story work. So this film is adapted from a 2010 graphic novel by writer Pierre Oscar Levi and Frederick Peters called Sandcastle. If you've read that book or are familiar with it, please let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. But like I said, I am happy to announce that I am thrilled and excited with the ending of this movie because I feel that it actually paid off. This is one of the M. Night Shyamalan films that does receive a passing grade to me. I did like it thoroughly, except for one part, which I will talk about a little bit later. But from the beginning of this film throughout its duration, I was having a good time trying to figure out this mystery. Now, the runtime of this film is about 108 minutes, 1 hour and 48 minutes. And what's great about that is that the nitty-gritty starts within the first 20 minutes of this movie. You don't have to wait a long time before things just start popping off and question marks are popping over your head with you wondering what in the world is going on. Now, early on, of course, like any film, we do get to know the characters to a certain degree, but not entirely. We only get to know the characters much more when they're in this dilemma, trying to figure out why the hell they're aging so fast during this expedition on this island. I also like the group of characters as well that he put together in this film. They're very vast and they're very different, coming from all different types of backgrounds. Some are a rich doctor with his rich bimbo girlfriend. You have an Asian man with a black woman, some white people here, some brown people here, some black people there. It's a decent mix. Everybody doesn't look the same. And when I was watching that, it's something that I did appreciate. Like, okay, hey, at least we have somewhat of our diverse cast. Another thing that I do like about this film, since it's so character focused on just one location, is the characters' involvement with them trying to figure out what's going on. I was putting myself in their shoes, saying to myself, okay, hey, if I was in the position that they were in, I would be reacting the same way, asking the same questions that they're asking, and also trying to solve the problem just as they are through deductive reasoning. Okay, hey, we tried this scenario, that didn't work. Let's alter it and try it this way. Okay, that's a really bad idea. We're not going to do that anymore. Let's try this way. And just for a backup, just for security, let's set this and this up here in place just so that we're safe and can come back with our lives and nobody is, hurt or anything like that. I like that. I mean, it's simple. I like characters that actually use their brain, that actually use their noggins when they're in the story, when they're going throughout the plot. And sometimes we don't get that in our feature films and television, and it can be very frustrating. But here we do. And again, that's like something that I did appreciate. The film is also beautiful to look at with all the cinematography. If the job of M. Night Shyamalan was to make you want to escape in a far destination on some island beach, he did succeed with flying colors while putting this film together. I was watching this saying, wow, that's beautiful. I wish I can go there for a week or two and just get away from all the craziness. Now, there are clues dropped within the film here and there to try to help you figure out what's really going on. And even if you pay attention to every detail, I think it's impossible to solve the puzzle, to put everything together. However, when everything finally does reveal itself in the end and you go and look back, I wonder how fun that experience will be the second time around when you're able to pick out certain points in the story and the plot, like, oh, that's what that meant, and that's what that meant too. I like that. It's clever. It's not in your face, but just turned up to the right level. As far as the acting is concerned, it's fine to a degree. Some of it was a bit over exaggerated, but not to levels to where it brought the film down. And while earlier I said that I enjoyed majority of this film, there was a period of 5 or 10 minutes transitioning between the second and third act to where everything is falling apart on the island. And I just don't understand the motivation behind some of the characters when they're in mortal danger. I mean, instead of just running away from a threat that's right in front of them, they decided to embrace it, which really didn't add up to me. And I was like, okay, why are we here and what are we doing? But other than that, everything was pretty good. And what's crazy is I'm saying to myself at the end of this film, like, wow, this is nuts. I could really see something like this possibly going on in real life. And if that's the case, it's really, really scary. And another reason why I enjoyed this film so much. It's not the best M. Night Shyamalan film or the best of the year. But if you had to divide M. Night Shyamalan's films between good and bad, this one would easily be in the good category. I wish I can say more, but with this type of movie, it's best to go in with as little knowledge as possible. I don't want to spoil anything for you here, so I'll go ahead and end it there. That is just my opinion, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and follow me on social media. Now, if I had to rate Old out of a 1 out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Yes, a 7.5 out of 10. So again, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.